Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. This is going to be episode number 5 of our Elden Ring full gameplay walkthrough. So, let's just quickly go over what we did last time. So, last time we kind of did this entire area right here. We cleared out the Dragonbird ruins. We defeated the, I think they're called Alabaster Lords. We defeated one of the Alabaster Lords there and got the Gravitas Ash of War. Should be fun to use. We met one of my favorite NPCs in this game, Yura. Very cool looking. And we cleared this southern part of Limgrave. For today, what I had in store was we are gonna talk to several NPCs, and we're gonna clear this area right here. Kind of it's shrouded because technically this right area here is part of Mistwoods, and we're gonna explore these waters a little bit. Yep. Actually, we're. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna wrap this stuff up right here, and then we'll figure out. There's a couple of things that we can do, a couple of places and areas we can explore. But for the time being, let's do first things first. Oh my god. Look at this. The Mad Pumpkinhead claimed so many victims. Okay, so what you want to do is go through these doors here, and you're gonna find someone very interesting looking. Let's go ahead and talk.
I wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
Okay, so you're gonna have two prompts. If you say never mind, I think nothing's gonna happen. You just talk to her again, and she's gonna say the same thing over and over again. But if you say I want to learn sorcery, you might learn some sorcery.
Young for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will define nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Raya as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
You were exiled as a revile apostate witch? I'm sold.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in greenstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
So basically, what she says is if you say, "Notice me, senpai," she's not gonna notice you. So let's take a look at what we actually have here. So we have a couple of basic sorceries here. You got the Glintstone Pebble. It's what those nobles who were casting spells have. You got the Glintstone Stars. You got 3 projectiles homing in on the enemy, so they're actually going to follow the enemy if they keep moving. You got the Glintstone Arc. It's kind of like an AoE cone effect. Crystal Barrage. You hold this spell and continuously like barrage glintstone crystals at the enemy. You got Scholar's Armament. This just coats your weapon in your right hand to deal magic damage. And Scholar's Shield does the same thing but increase magic resistance on your shield. For the time being, we're not going to be buying any spells because we can't cast any yet, but we most definitely will. And like I mentioned before, you can actually give a scroll to someone who teaches you sorceries. In this case, that's going to be Senpai Sellen. So we're just going to go ahead and give her the scroll that we found, the Royal House Scroll.
Is that a scroll? Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
Senpai noticed us. So, with that in mind, we got these two new spells. So the Glintblade Phalanx, let's go ahead and read it. Creates a defensive arch of magic glint blades overhead, which automatically attacks nearby foes. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Bestowed upon the enchanted Carian Knights, who combine this art with their swordsmanship to maintain pressure upon their foes, striking in waves of steel and sorcery. And we got the Carian Slicer. Conjures a magic sword and delivers a swift, sweeping slash. The sorcery can be used without delay after performing another action. Even among the Carian sword sorceries, this is notably effective technique. So this is basically going to be like a swing, but magic swing. Definitely going to be one of your core spells if you're going to be like pure intelligence build. So instead of like doing a normal attack like this, you'd be doing it with magical sword. Okay, so with that in mind, we are going to go ahead, mount up, and we're actually going to stroll around a bit, see if we missed some items. So jump over these small flowers. They're gonna give you trouble if you don't run away from them quickly. I think we picked everything up from the last time on this lower level. Yep. So there is one item very expertly hidden, which we are going to find and pick up. So that item is actually going to be atop of those ruins. Two items, if I recall, actually. We're going to go ahead and take a look. We got some shiny stones here. Actually, one item, but it's not going to be here. It's going to be down there. There it is. Right there. On that wall, you can see a corpse. So what you can do here, you can just go ahead and dismount and line yourself up with the wall and walk down. You don't have to roll, jump, anything. You can just roll down. You can pillage the remains, which are going to give us the Trina's Lily, which is, as we know, exceedingly rare to find. And that's going to be it. You have officially covered the entire Waypoint ruins. Sorry, without actually messing with the flowers, because the small flowers, they're a piece of cake, like I can show you. Let's find one. Okay, this one, he dies in one hit, and it drops poison bloom. Nice. But the big flower, that is a mess. Like, look at this, look at how much HP it has. It's disgusting. So we're not going to be messing with that just yet. They are weak to fire, so if you want to explore with a bit of fire pots, you can go ahead and do that. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually walk on this pathway right here. And we're going to do one thing first. If you recall, in the last episode, we noticed a bunch of giants. And I told you that we're not going to be messing with that just yet. Let's see if we can find that. Ah, there we go. So let's, please don't be nighttime. Oh, awesome. Please don't be nighttime. Please don't be nighttime. Awesome. Okay. So I am wishing that it's not nighttime for a specific reason. There's a special enemy that spawns here. It's a boss. So I'm gonna finish my thought in a second. I just wanna get this little scarab before it gets me killed and it runs away. It gives us the Astral for determination. Oh my god, the amount of messy this is just absolutely insane. You never want to do that, actually. But since we're already here, we're gonna commit. Okay, this is our Kaiden swordsman. We know what to do with these guys. You guys know the drill. Move in. Swing. Swing, yep, and move out. Move in, swing, move out. Move in, swing, and hopefully don't miss. And move out. Okay, we got greedy. Okay. So ideally what we want is that cart over there that is being pulled by the two giants. So let's go ahead and grab that right away. So you can try and kill these giants, but they're going to be super tanky. But there's a little neat trick that you can do. You can smack one of them and just run out. So he's going to get angry, throw his little temper tantrum, and then they're going to stop. Which means this caravan is ready for us. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the item they have. You cannot interact with this chest as long as the giants are moving. But if you just give them a slap, they're going to stop, and we are going to be able to pick up what's left here. Okay, so let's talk about this caravan for a second. This caravan is being followed by a bunch of Godric soldiers, nobles, and I think one or more Kaidan swordsmen. So you can like deal with them individually. You can kill all of them. Like these are the guys that are part of the convoy. Oh my god. But you don't have to. Oh no. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. This boss only spawns during nighttime. Night Cavalry. And he is incredibly tough, right? Do not take him lightly. His one swing will take probably 70% of our HP. But since we pulled him, actually we don't have any flasks, so it's probably not a smart idea. Let's just go ahead and run away. I want to do this properly, right? Since this is a walkthrough that's meant for people who are both experts and people who are new to the game, we're gonna do this properly, and we're just gonna run real quick to the place we just were in the Waypoint ruins. We're gonna reset everything, and then we're gonna try all of this again without pulling the Night Cavalry, of course. We're gonna deal with Night Cavalry when we're actually ready. Don't worry, we're gonna show him who's boss. So you can just go ahead and rest at the grace. Oh, since we're here, let's check out if we can actually level up. Ah, barely. So first things first, if it's nighttime, you are gonna want to pass the time to morning, so we don't have to deal with Night Cavalry. He is also one of the bosses that shows up during nighttime, and he's not the only one. There's gonna be one more type of boss at least that's gonna be spawning at nighttime, but we're gonna be dealing with that boss as well in due time. So this is the caravan. This is the caravan right here. So you can deal with all these guys. We can kill them, and actually we will, because we kind of need the runes. But we're gonna play it super safe. We want to deal with the Kaidan swordsman next. So go ahead and mount up and do your standard dash in, swing, and move out without getting clapped, of course. So move in, swing, move out. This convoy is, I have no idea technically what the lore is behind this convoy, but they are carrying that great axe. I think they're actually headed towards Stormvale Castle to bring armaments, including the great axe that we just picked up, for the soldiers that are guarding and inhabiting the Stormvale Castle. So what's your deal with the Kaidan swordsmen? You know the nobles, they're super easy. You can just plow through them. Like this guy is consistently blowing his horn and calling his friends out to help, but they're no match for us. We are gonna deal with the rest of the guys. You can always deal with the Godric soldiers first, because they're kind of the toughest enemy to deal with, and then just mop up the nobles. We're gonna go ahead and pop our flask here, just so once we kill this group of enemies, they're gonna be giving us our flask back. So it's a nice little chunk of runes that we got. Not that significant, but we've decided to go with a show of force here. Okay, so let's see what's next on the agenda. So we crossed this bridge right here. I don't think we picked up the item that was on the bridge. While we were running away from Night Cavalry, I'm gonna point it out. As soon as you cross this bridge right here, you're gonna have an item on this corpse in a chair. The somber smithing stone we picked up. The special smithing stone for upgrading special items. Then you're gonna have this guy. We can go ahead and no. We're gonna go ahead and deal with this guy as well. We can run around him, hopefully. Or you can just guard counter him into oblivion. We're not going to be dealing with this Kaiden swordsman in specific. He's not of importance to us. So this is the item that we want to pick up. Be careful when running here, because it's so easy to fall off. I've actually fallen off this bridge more times than I would care to admit. So let's just keep running a bit. Try to de-aggro the enemies that are chasing us. We only have the soldier, so just keep running forward, de-aggro him, and then we can go ahead and plan our next move. Okay, so I mentioned that there's multiple ways we can approach this. We can either carry in this direction and kind of clear out this little area before Mistwoods. There's still like a little piece of Limgrave before Mistwoods to the east. We can come here into this little spot. These are actually going to be the mines, and clear out the Stormfoot Catacombs, or we can go up here and clear out this little area. Okay, I think the best course of action would be to do this mine, to do the catacombs that we were waiting our precious 18 dexterity for, and see where we go from there. So let's do the mines first because they're closer. So the easiest way to reach the mines is, if you are here around the Gatefront ruins, is just follow this way, like approximately right here, right down here, and reach the mines. One thing I want to point out while we're here is this big elephant on the map, this kind of telescope icon. I'm going to show you guys what it is. It's this right here. So you can use this to inspect the area around you, and it gives you a bird's eye perspective of the area. So I love this feature a lot. I love this little item a lot. It's very cool. You can zoom in, pressing your arrows forward and backward on the D-pad respectively. And let's just go ahead and take a look. So this is where we started off. This is like the first building we left. There was the White Cavalry we spoke to. You can see Church of LA here. Let's see. So here is where that very cool NPC is, Yura, and these are the Dragonbird ruins. So look at this place. This place is absolutely massive. This area right here is what I pointed out, the Weeping Peninsula. It's like to the south, right here. And where we are going next is gonna be right here in this little crevice area. That's exactly where we're headed next. And we're gonna go to the Groveside Cave, which is somewhere near those ruins right there. So it's a very cool thing. It gives you a sense of direction, a sense of the area, and just like giving you a moment to appreciate the massiveness of the game. And all of these things that I pointed out throughout the telescope, those are just pieces of Limgrave. So technically, if I understood correctly, the Limgrave is considered three parts: the Weeping Peninsula down here, the Mistwoods to the right, and the Upper Limgrave here. and this is just the starting area. So if you're a fan of open world games, you are really gonna appreciate the vast area where this is. Okay, so like we said, we're not gonna be delving into the lake because we do not want to summon the dragon, Agil. You can just hug the cliffside right here and follow it. Dodge the crab. We're not looking to mess with the crab right here. Just follow the cliffside and you will find the mines right here. So here we are. I think it's Limgrave, or yep, Limgrave Tunnels. Awesome. Okay, so first things first. We have 18 dexterity, which means we are going to equip our flail. This is a very cool item. So let's show it to you guys. You have the standard swing, you have the heavy attack, and you have the Ash of War on this weapon. So you can access this Ash of War by two-handing this weapon. There's going to be another way to access it, but I'm going to show it to you guys once we're able to access it actually. So you can use skills by pressing the L2 button on your controller, and this is what it looks like. It's a spinning chain and you can move with it. It consistently deals damage, and yeah, so you can just use it, hold it to move, and it's gonna consistently deal damage. Awesome. Let's just go ahead and pop our FP flask right here just in case. So one thing about tunnels and mines like these, there's going to be a recurring theme happening in them. So you're going to see an elevator here and you're going to be prompted, you're not going to be prompted, you're going to be tempted to just step on the stepping platform and right down. But if you do, you're going to miss out on little hidden edges along the sides, for example like this one right down there. Always check before actually stepping on the platform to make sure that there is not something on the sides hidden like edges here. And these edges are eventually gonna let us reach the bottom of the mines as well without actually having to take the lift. But we get to pick up some loot that is tucked away nicely like this. Let's see, awesome. So first example right here, there's a nice little hidden piece of loot. Golden rune tier 4, that's awesome. So far we've seen 1, 2 and 3. I think we haven't seen 4 right now at this point in the game, but in any case it's good stuff. It's all money and we love money. So you're just going to be looking below you and finding the next jumpable spot that doesn't kill you. Keep jumping here just in case. You might want to step off or something like that, but jump just in case. There are some areas where there's like a gap right here, and if you just walk off, you might walk off into your doom. And keep in mind we did not take the lift, so this shaft here is open, and that right there is death. Nothing else except death awaits you there. And we're gonna find our grace. We're gonna touch it and we're gonna actually rest at it just to refill our flasks and see if we can actually level up. Awesome, we can level up. Okay, so we said last episode that we reached our goal here with the 18 dexterity. We do have more than enough vigor, so I think it's time we start pumping intelligence, and that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna get intelligence up to 15, 16, something in those lines, and then we're gonna be able to actually use the sorceries. So I switched to the flail for 2 reasons. 1, it's very cool, and 2, that flail has strike type of damage, and strike damage is always good against targets who have scales or are covered in stone or heavily I'm not gonna say heavy armor because that's different, but stones, scales, like rough, tough skin. These strike weapons are very good against that, and we're remember to sneak always to not attract unnecessary attention. And take a look at these guys. These guys are mining. They're in the mines, covered by rock, and they are rock themselves. Like you can see kind of their composition of the skin. It's very hard. So the flail is gonna make very short work of them. So always remember to check the walls for these yellow little rocks that kind of stand out. Those are going to be your smithing stones in mines like these. Try to make sure. So for the next part, let's take a look. So we have a miner who's mining there, and we have another one who's kind of overlooking the operation, right? If you walk, even if you try to sneak, that guy's not gonna notice you, and he has something on his back. If you can see, that behind him is kind of like a gourd with a bunch of explosive rocks. So he's gonna toss them at you. Since we have a flail, this part is gonna be super easy, and we can kill him very quickly. But I'm gonna showcase to you what it looks like if you try to do this area with a sword. Okay, I think this is going to be a perfect moment to showcase just that. He kind of doesn't care that we kill his boss, so we can take this opportunity to swip to the falchion, as I like to call it, and try out the backstab. So if you remember, the guy over there, we killed him in one backstab. Look at this. Half of the damage, right? So let me just switch to the club before dying. There we go. So you can see the difference. The difference is just massive in the damage. That's why I'm saying that the strike weapon is going to be very good here. Okay, let's move on. So let's just go down these stairs right here, and let's take a look. It's always good to sneak in areas that you haven't been in, just so you have like that bit of extra couple of seconds before someone actually notices you, if they do. So we have a lone guy over here. We're gonna go ahead and backstab him. And like I said, yellow rocks, shiny, grab it. Smithing stones, awesome. Let's just go ahead and start sneaking again. Let's check out this little courtyard area right here first, just to make sure that there's something that we might miss. Okay, see this guy? He's sitting, but he's not working, which means he will probably be alert to your movement if you're not careful and start running around. But since we're sneaking and we completely messed up the backstab, we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of him real quick. So I think, oh my goodness, there's rats. I forgot about them. They're gonna start coming at you from that tunnel up there as soon as you make your presence known, right? As soon as you make some noise. So be careful with them. Like I said, they're easy on their own, but if you aren't careful, when they're bunched up, they can be a lot of trouble. Okay, so with that in mind, now that they actually came from that area, let's just go ahead and check that area first. Sneaky, sneaky. Let's pull up a torch. Perfect. Keep in mind, if you're sneaking and you try to raise the torch with your L1 button, you're going to automatically stand up. So be careful when trying to raise the torch, because you might ruin your stealth that way. So this is kind of like a dead end right here, so that's why I wanted to cover that area first, which means there's nothing left for us to do. I'm just gonna break this real quick. There's nothing else left for us to do other than to take the other path in front of the stairs. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to my shield here because there is some light happening here. And would you look at that? Another elevator down there. So, what do we say? Check the area around. You can always break these boxes to kind of give you an easier approach. And you can raise the torch to give you a bit more of a light. And what do you know? There's another ledge to drop down from. So we're just going to go ahead and do just that. Did we miss any ledges? No. Awesome. So I'll follow the path down. Just Pretty straightforward. So this is what I mentioned. This one you might need to jump just to be safe. We had that ledge over there and we actually missed it. That was kind of my bad. Sorry guys. So what we're gonna be doing is actually, since we're already down here, we're gonna clear out this area, then we're gonna call the elevator down to us and we're gonna take that little side path that we missed. So a little something to keep in mind, not to forget. Check out the side hidden area. Sorry guys, it's my bad. Okay, so this part, be extremely careful. There is a dog right then and there, right here, but you might be tempted to rush in and kill him. But if you do, you're gonna aggro that guy who's farming, and I think there's gonna be one more dog behind this shed. So what we're gonna be doing is we're still gonna be killing the dog, but we're gonna keep in mind that the other dog is gonna come rushing at us, so we're gonna kill it quickly and rush out so we have more space to work with. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak, we're gonna charge our heavy attack in order to one-shot the dog, pick up the item, and move quickly out. And let's wait for the other dog. I think he's in this mine. Yep, there it is. So let's do this. Let's use our bone dart. And let's pull the dog. And we pulled both actually. So deal with the dog first, always. The dog is super aggressive, super fast. Oh my god. And don't be greedy, obviously, like me. So the dog is super aggressive, super fast. He's gonna give you a lot more trouble. Get rid of the dog first. And now that this guy's alone, we can go ahead and backstab him. And we're gonna pick up the smithing stone and check out behind this shed to see if there's something good for us. What do you know? If you were to kill the torch, shiny shiny. Let's pick it up. And I think that's it from this area. Awesome. Okay, so what we have left now, which is perfect because this is a dead end, we don't have to do a lot of backtracking, is go back here and call this elevator down. And we're gonna take that hidden area right there. Also, keep in mind, death. Don't jump down. It's not pretty. We're gonna take the elevator now up. Now I'm gonna see if I can actually jump while going up, but don't risk it. As you can see, I obviously missed it. So we went on the left side first. Let's see if we can access the area on the right side. No. Okay, so we're gonna take the same start down, but without rushing. So yeah, there's this area here that we covered, and now this is the only thing that's left. Let's go ahead and check it out. New area. We don't know what's ahead of us, so best thing to do, sneak. We got that guy patrolling, we got that guy mining, we got another guy patrolling. So how to be smart about this? Let's do this as follows. That left guy is way over there, which means we have a lot of time. The other guy patrolling is very slow, but he's gonna make his round back, and as soon as he turns back and gets a little distance, we're gonna go ahead and backstab this guy, the guy that's mining. Actually no, the guy that's mining doesn't care about anything that's happening to him, so you're actually gonna go wanna backstab the patrolling guy. Let me show you what I mean. So you have a whole window of opportunity to deal with the patrolling guy in order to, like, he doesn't even care that his brother in arms just died, so you can even ignore him. We can do him, you can take care of him last, right? You can, there's another guy that's patrolling, we can take care of him, wait for him to turn his back, and go ahead and take care of him. Keep sneaking, obviously, of course. So we backstab this guy and we awaken this guy. Dodge the explosive things that he is actually throwing at you. That stuff hurts. And this guy doesn't care. He's the last one left, so we're just gonna go ahead and backstab him. Boom. Another smithing stone. We're getting a bunch of them. And there's 3 types of, say, optional areas. Let's call them optional areas for the time being. There's 3 types of optional areas. There's stuff like this, the mines, where you're going to find a lot of smithing stones and other upgrade materials. There's the caves, and there's the catacombs. We've already been to 2 caves, the coastal one and the Groveside one. And there's catacombs that we are yet to visit. Okay. Let's just check out real quick here. Awesome. We have another way down. So let's go ahead and see what awaits us. Taking this path right here. Oh no. Some people have mistaken their ability to jump. They've overestimated themselves and tried to jump for that shiny right there. But you see there's a little ledge here, and that ledge is going to be closer to the shiny. So just be smart about it. Be patient. Take your time. You'd rather do 1 extra jump than to do the entire mine all over again. And you can just go ahead and jump down. And it's going to take us to the boss. I like this mine a lot because it's the first mine you're going to encounter in this game, and it's already trying to hide the main boss of the mines from you. So very cool. You gotta keep an eye out on details, which is like a big emphasis in this game, and I like that a lot. So this is the room to the boss, but before you do that, turn right. There's gonna be a shiny there for you. Go ahead and pick it up. Okay, so for this boss, this is going to be, if I recall correctly, this is going to be the Stone Digger Golem. So, the Stone Digger Golem, just like the guys here, has a hard skin, which means strike damage is the way to go. So what you want to do here is prepare your ashes, because you will be able to summon them in the boss room, so they can help you out. We're going to summon them, and then we're going to make an example out of this guy. So immediately, as soon as you enter, summon the ashes, and we're gonna challenge him. The way to go with this guy is jump attacks. He is super easy to stagger with jump attacks. Make sure to target his closer leg, and there you go. 2 jump attacks, boom, he's down. And then you can approach him from the front and do this critical attack. And look at this. This is actually massive. So he's gonna enrage now and start clapping. We're gonna run away. Heal up. Awesome. The dogs took some of the aggro, which is gonna give us an opportunity to do a couple more jump attacks, and boom, he's staggered. Just take your time, walk up front to his face, and finish him off. It's that easy. It's free real estate, guys. Good stuff. And we get the Roar Medallion. So this is a very interesting talisman. Very, very fun stuff can be pulled off with this thing. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick. Bronze medallion depicting a roaring giant. Enhances roars and breath attacks. In ancient times, the giants were mortal enemies of the Earth Tree. Their bellowing roars desolated nature, triggered avalanches, and whipped up storms of flame. Very cool stuff. So what this means actually is yeah, perfect. So this large club has a skill called Barbaric Roar. So what it does is it enhances your, I think, either defense and attack power or just attack power. If you use the Roar Medallion, you're actually going to increase the amount of bonus damage and or defense, I'm not sure, you get with this talisman. There are a couple of items that have a similar Ash of War. You can, I think, even find the Ash of War itself and apply it to some other weapons. And you can do some crazy stuff there. It's a super fun medallion. But since we're not using any breath attacks, breath buffs, we are not going to be putting it on for the time being. So, with that out of the way, we're going to teleport to the entrance, and we're actually, instead of looking to rest on the grace here, we're going to teleport directly to the Stormfoot Catacombs. So this is what I was mentioning in the previous episodes. We waited with these catacombs till we can use the flail, and now I can explain why. The enemies in these catacombs are similar, not by appearance, but by their armor, their skin. They are gonna have hard, rough skin, and they are gonna be almost immune to any type of damage except strike damage. So good thing we have our flail. We're gonna start boosting our intelligence even more. It's a good practice for you to use up your runes if you can in any sort possible, just so you don't have to worry about losing all of them and be stressed about retrieving them. Okay, so catacombs, very creepy stuff. Let's go ahead and talk to this ghost first to see what he has to say. A proper death means returning to the Earth Tree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. Okay, so the belief here is that once you die, if you have been an honorable person, you would be given an Earth Tree burial, which means you would be buried somewhere in the roots of the Earth Tree, and you would be reborn again by the blessing of the Earth Tree. Okay, so with that in mind, let's take a look and see what these catacombs have in store for us. First thing we're going to do is this little room right here. Be very careful. If you're going to walk into the room like a maniac, always keep your shield up, because I'm going to show you why. It's not here. Ah, there you go. Look at this guy. Very creepy little bastard. So what you want to do is run out and roll right back. And preferably not miss your target. And just pull him out. The best way to deal with these guys is counterattacks. That is like a foolproof way of dealing with them. And another one is going to be jumping down, which he's going to be triggered by your entrance here. I think he actually waits up here or something like that. So run in, just step inside and start rolling back, pull this guy out, deal with him, and then deal with the other guy. Root resin, awesome. Root resin is a material that we can use to create greases of different elements or affinities that we can coat our weapon with. And we get the Grave Glovewort. Let's take a look at this item. We're going to be seeing this item a lot, and it's going to be meaningful to us in many different ways. It's going to be in the bolstering materials. White flower that blooms in catacombs. Each a soundless bell used to summon spirits. Strengthens ashes to +1. The art of strengthening ashes is known as spirit tuning. Only a spirit tuner may perform this deed. So we have these ashes, lone wolf ashes. We can use this item to increase the level of our ashes, so to speak. And you can get this up to +10. Similar like with the weapons and smithing stones, it's going to be the same with your ashes. So if you try these doors, it's going to say obviously locked by some contraption, because it's a Souls game. They want to give you help. So we're going to have to find the contraption. Let's go ahead and find it. When you start walking down the stairs, you're going to see this guy right here. You can do like this. You can run in, pull him, and he's going to jump down. And then bring him up here. Deal with him alone, and then deal with the other guy. It's much safer that way. Much less headache for you. There you go. There's going to be another one on the left top ledge. Actually, he jumped down. Perfect. So he stood there, but he jumped down. So we're going to deal with him next. We're going to be sneaky and backstab him. My god, that phantom scared the crap out of me. So, unlike the gloveworts, great violets are not used to strengthen ashes. They're just a crafting material. They are used to craft a specific type of item. I'm unsure which one just yet, but we're gonna check it out anyways once the time comes. So, flames in this hallway. Awesome stuff. Yes, flames are bad, but there's something even worse. Look up, boom, there's this guy waiting to make your life hell. You can do one of two things. You can pull him with a bone dart, or you can do a jump attack on him to kind of pull him down. We're gonna do a jump attack if we can, and he actually jumped on us, which is kind of suboptimal. So preferably, I suppose the smarter thing would be to actually pull him with a bone dart. Okay, this part. You have a brief little window of opportunity to run through this. Always keep your shield up and start sprinting immediately. And roll down. But be careful, do not go any further because there's going to be a second flame right here. What you can do with these things, you can actually approach these columns and smack them. And once you do, they're gonna go down, which is gonna make your life much easier. And we're gonna pick up the prattling pate, sorry, that says hello. So this is just an item. It doesn't have any effect in the game. It's just used to communicate. You can use it to see. So it's gonna say hello for you. That's pretty much it. Nice little thing, especially if you want to do fun stuff in multiplayer. But yeah, so go ahead and make sure that you are full HP for this part. Raise your shield up and wait for your window of opportunity and start running. Run to this little side area here on the right. Raise your shield and now run past this column right here and smack it down. And now on to the next part of this hellhole, right here. Look at this. You got two of them hanging on the walls. We're gonna sneak. You got one guy resting over there, another one on the wall, and if you move here, you're gonna see another guy resting here. So, what do? We play it smart. We make some more of bone darts. I think 20 is gonna be more than enough. And we're gonna pull them one at a time. We're gonna start with this guy right here. And make sure to move away from this pillar, because if they smack it, they can also trigger the pillar back up and make it throw flames again. So if you smack it again, it's gonna go up, and it's kind of like a toggle thing, if you understand what I mean. So, move a bit back, give yourself some space, and oh wow, I thought they were gonna actually trigger it. We got lucky there. Okay, next one, we can pull this guy, for example. They seem to be hitting it in a weird angle, it seems, which doesn't actually trigger the pillar. Which is optimal for us because we don't need this in our lives, right? So keep it down. I'm gonna pull the next guy. We can actually go here now. He's too far off. There we go. And now we got only one of these imps, these stone imps left. You can just approach it with a shield. Is it gonna get aggro? Okay, then you can just charge your attack and boom. Teach him a lesson in humility. And we're gonna get the smoldering butterflies and the ghost glovewort. So just like you have smithing stones and somber smithing stones, you also have grave and ghost gloveworts, because you have regular types of ashes and special types of ashes. This is very cool. Okay, you climb up here. Same thing. At every corner there are these little bastards that want to make your life hell. So what do? We resort to our bone dart. And we do our thing. Keep in mind, there's going to be a guy to our left, immediately triggered by our aggressiveness towards their kind. Lucky for us, when we are in the... Oh, nice. I've never actually got a smithing stone for these guys. When you are in the middle of the animation of the critical, you are untargetable, which means you can use that as sort of safety precaution when in the middle of a bunch of them, to give you a bit more time to kind of react. So that guy's gonna keep throwing stuff at you. What you can do is just hide, break his line of sight, and after 3 or 4 darts he's gonna either go back or he's gonna approach you. Oh wow, that was a second, 1 second off to get me into the animation, which would make me invulnerable. But yeah, this is kind of a little nasty part, because this guy's gonna go back to his room, and unbeknownst to you, there's gonna be this little bastard waiting right here to give you hell. Okay, we're gonna pick up another grave glowwort, and we picked up the Wandering Noble Ashes. So the guys that we make a joke of, you can actually summon them, and they're kind of suboptimal, right? I mean, they're nothing special. Be careful, there's this guy right here. Keep your shield up. Okay, he's gonna aggro, perfect. We're gonna counter attack him and then finish him off with a critical attack. And we're gonna pick up another grave glovewort, and look at this. It's a contraption. Let's see what it does. Somewhere a heavy door has opened. Awesome. So that's our sign that the door is no longer locked by the contraption, and you can now enter the boss room. So first thing we're gonna do actually is we're gonna go back to the Grace rest. How much do we need for a level? We need 800 runes. We're actually gonna pop 4 of these, just so we can spend all of our runes before entering the boss fight in case something goes down. You don't have a lot of runes to lose. So it's better to not think of yourself as a very good player and play it safe rather than thinking that you are and just get clapped by something completely random and you lose all your runes, potentially. So once you rest, you can just run back here, go through the room, and deal with the boss. So this boss, it's gonna be it's gonna look very horrible. I find it to be incredibly creepy. There is this burial watchdog, which to me looks like a cat, to be fair. Like, look at it, it has long pointy ears, and I think that it even has like little stone whiskers. So this guy has 2 kinds of attacks, 3 actually. He's got this 1 or 2 variants of sword attacks, he's got the flame attack, and he's got the jumping attack. So dodge the jumping attack. That thing is gonna break you in half. Oh no. He does a lot of damage. Oh no. Okay, let's play it safe. Jumping attacks are good against this guy, but you gotta time them properly. You gotta wait for your window of opportunity to present itself. For example, these flames, you just wait them out. Simple as that. And then you approach, you dodge that, and then boom, jump attack. And dodge this, by all means. Boom, another jump attack, dodge this. Boom, another jump attack, dodge this. Boom. These guys have a lot of poise, but it can be broken. So yeah, there you go. Simple and easy to defeat the Earthtree Burial Watchdog. And we got another type of ashes, the Noble Sorcerer, the guy that's throwing glintstone pebbles at us. Also nothing special in regards to ashes. So you can test them out, give them a try, but I have, and they're super squishy. They don't do a lot of damage, and they just die before they can actually do anything of relevance in any boss fight. You can give them a try, see if you want, if it does anything for you. But in my travels, I haven't gotten anything useful from them. Okay, so I think this is going to be the perfect place to end our episode. So let's just go over real quick what we have done. So first we did these waypoint ruins right here and this little area right here. We crossed this bridge and nearly died to the Night Cavalry boss. That was kind of my bad because I didn't take into account that it's nighttime. We've checked out this cool telescope, checked out the area, and we did these mines and got a bunch of smithing stones, and we wrapped up with the Stormfoot Catacombs. So the area is kind of looking well-rounded. So now we have this nice little circular area of where we already went. So we have a bit more to explore of this part, and pretty soon we're going to be heading right here into Mistwoods. I think in 1 or 2 episodes we're actually going to go to Mistwood, and I'm super excited, guys. But in any case, thank you all for tagging along this wonderful adventure. I hope to see you soon in the next episode, and stay safe out there. The Mad Pumpkin out.